as a student that can fetch you like your pocket money, fetch you some cool cash for upkeep and all that. Hi lovelies, welcome back again to the channel. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 8 hidden facts about studying here in the Philippines. If it is what you are interested in finding out, please do well to keep on watching. First off, if you are new here, my name is Ruth, final year nursing student currently living and studying here in the Philippines, and you are welcome to me. To my old subscribers, thank you so much for always clicking in. So the number one point of the hidden facts about studying here in the Philippines is studying in the Philippines is quite affordable compared to other Western world like the American and European countries. The Philippines, if you are staying in the province, it is quite cheaper studying in the province compared to studying in the cities like Manila. Manila is the capital city of Philippines. So if you are studying in a place like Manila, life there is expensive. The universities you have there, the colleges you have there. In Nigeria, it is known as university, but here in the Philippines, it is known as college. So if you are studying in Manila or big cities, life there is expensive. The universities there are quite expensive. The colleges there are quite expensive. So in Philippines, you are given room opportunity to stay wherever you want to stay according to how you can afford. You understand? Like the tuition fee they pay in the city is also higher compared to what those in the province pay. And one thing is, whether you stay in the big city or you stay in the province, the universities, that is the colleges here, are well recognized and high standard. All you need to do is to Google, like if you are coming to Philippines first time to study, just make inquiry. You can Google to know the universities that are well recognized and approved, and once that is done, you graduate whether from the city or from the province, wherever you take your certificate to, it is recognized because Philippines, the colleges here are well recognized, of high standard, and it is approved anywhere you take your cert to in the world. So deciding to stay in the province or deciding to stay in the city depends solely on you. Life in the province is also cheaper in terms of house rent, in terms of feeding and every other thing you can think of. It is quite cheaper in the provinces. So it is all left for you. If you are the type that wants to live big, you want to live moderately, you want to live large, whatever life you choose to live here in the Philippines, it all depends on you. And where you want to be, where you want to live, depends on you according to your pockets. You understand? Also, the schools here in the Philippines, they allow you to pay on installments. In a semester, we take exams. Some schools take exams 4 times in a semester or 3 times. They have what they call trimester. Some schools have what they call prelim, midterm, semi-final and finals. That's in a semester. You are allowed to pay your tuition fee instrumentally. So in Philippines here, tuition can be paid on installments. Number 2 point is, in Philippines, as a student, you have discounts for almost everything. Able to pay your tuition fee 1 week within the enrollment period. After you have enrolled in a semester, you are giving 10% discount of it. Also, if you are traveling from one city to another, the commercial buses, they give discounts to students. Show your student ID card and you'll be given discounts. Yes. Number 3 point is, Here in the Philippines, you are given room or chance opportunity to pass and pass well. If you merit it, you pass and pass well. Like, it's not something that maybe you are writing, you are doing well, and one instructor or one lecturer will be there marking you down, like you have in some places, in some country, where you have an instructor telling you, that's a lecturer swearing and telling a student that nobody will come out of this school with first class, nobody will get so and so grade, or you cannot score 80 in my course, you cannot score. No, in Philippines it's not like that, where you have an instructor telling a student or a lecturer telling a student that in this course since 5 years, in this course or in this subject since 5 years, nobody has ever scored 90, nobody has ever scored 80, nobody has ever scored 70, and they will be boasting with it like it's a prestige course in their subject. No student has ever made that high score of 60. They will tell you that the highest got it 2 years ago and the person scored 50 or 60, something like that. They will be bold, like proud to say it to their students that nobody gets up to 70 in this course, you cannot come out with first class. Here in the Philippines, it is not done like that. If you merit a grade, if you merit that score, you get it, you understand? And also, if in a semester or after exam, some students fail in the course, you are given room to take what we call remedial exams. You take your remedial exam, and taking remedial exam, it also gives you opportunity to take exam right and pass, you understand? But if after that you still fail, but at least an opportunity was given to you to also take exam and pass, you understand? And nobody goes to your face that you cannot get 80, you cannot. If you work hard and you work to get 90, you work hard to get 80 in the course, you are doing that without stress or anybody swearing or telling you that you cannot get it. So in Philippines, you are given chance and room to pass, to do well, to pass and pass well. Number 4 is, in Philippines, you are not meant to first of all go through what they call language course in some countries. Yes, in this country, they have 2 major languages, which is Tagalog and English. English is their second language. But Tagalog being their first language, in Philippines, you are not meant to first go through the language course before you proceed to your main course. No. Once you come to Philippines, you meet with the requirements. You start off with your course immediately. There is no room like, okay, start language course first, learn Tagalog. No, it is not done in Philippines, you understand? So that's also a plus to anyone that wants to study here. In some countries, you are meant to first of all, since Tagalog is their first language, right? They will now say, no, you have to go through the language course for 1 or 2 years first before you proceed to your course. No, in Philippines, it is not like that. Once you enroll for your course, you just continue, you understand? It is also good for you as a foreigner to learn language on your own, but it's not something that is compulsory that once you enter, you must learn language course first before you proceed to your course. And their instructors do well to speak English once they know that they have a foreigner in the class, and you see them, they speak English while teaching, they can use it in Tagalog. So it's also something that is a plus to studying here in the Philippines. Language course is not a must. They don't have anything like language course first before you proceed to your main course. No, it's not like that here in the Philippines. Number 5 point is, here in the Philippines, there is no fixed amount for your tuition fee. You pay according to the load you are carrying in a semester. Your course unit, you pay according to your course unit. If, for example, the course unit you are carrying in a semester is much, then also expect that your tuition is going to be high. If, for example, we are in the same class, and as a foreigner, because I'm explaining in terms of being a foreigner, because the tuition we pay here in the Philippines is higher compared to the one the citizens pay or the indigenous pay. So as a foreigner in Philippines, you pay more. Or if you are paying, for example, we have 2 foreigners in a class, and maybe the load I'm carrying, the units I'm carrying for that semester is more than the one another foreigner is carrying. That means that one that has higher course units for that semester will pay more compared to the one that has the lesser one. So you pay your tuition, it varies depending on the unit you're carrying that semester. That is how your tuition will be calculated. There is no fixed amount for it, and you don't pay because the 2 of us are in the same class and we are foreigners, so it's expected that we pay the same tuition fee. No, it depends on the course load. So the higher the load, the higher your tuition. The lesser the load, the lesser your tuition. Number 6 point is, in Philippines, as a student, you are meant to renew your student visa every year. In the Western world, you heard them say that the duration, the visa you are given covers the duration of course you are taking. But in Philippines, it's not like that. We renew our student visa every year, and that is something that if you are a student here, you really know what it takes to renew your visa every year here in the Philippines. Number 7 point, in Philippines, you pay for almost everything as a foreigner. You pay for electricity bill, you pay for water bill, you pay for refuse, you pay for everything, The thing is, once you are here in the Philippines, just try as much as possible to cut your coat according to your size. No, not according to your size. Cut your coat according to the material you have, and you will live comfortably without much stress, you understand. But bear in mind that for electricity, you pay for refuse, you pay for virtually everything. You pay for electricity according to your usage. You pay for your water. Some houses, you pay for water, it has a fixed price in some houses, while in some houses also, they have their meter. You pay according to your usage for water in some houses. You pay for electricity almost everywhere. You pay for electricity according to your usage. But some houses also have their own water price fixed. Some have theirs according to how you spend it. The meter, everything with that. Number 8, the last but not the least point is, in Philippines, there is no job. You hear them tell you the work they have here is not even enough for the indigenous. Then talk more of giving it out to foreigners. Trying to come to Philippines or send your word here to study, yes, it is something that is achievable, and the life here is so good, so peaceful. So do not send your word or your child or whoever that is coming here with the mind that he or she will be working and be paying for his or her tuition fee. No, because there is no job in the Philippines. Coming to Philippines, you should have a sponsor. You can easily adapt to the system of living here. But bear in mind, there is no job here in the Philippines. Do not be deceived or lured into coming to Philippines. There is job here. Once you get here, you start working as you are working. No, you have to please have a sponsor to avoid story that touches the mind or the soul. But coming here, you are going to enjoy life here as a student. You have opportunities to things like the flexibility of their system of education. You have 247 Wi-Fi. You have electricity 247, water. You have people that are homely and peaceful around you. No higgy haga life or that kind of hot life you have down there. You know what I'm talking about. You are sending even your child or whenever you're sending her to the Philippines, the person is going to enjoy it, because studying here is quite flexible. exposed to new things, new environments, new culture, you meet with lovely people and all that. So that being said, there are no jobs in the Philippines for foreigners. There are also things like, petty jobs, some, menial jobs you can do that can fetch or earn you some cash. Yes. But I'm not going to be sharing that in this video. So this video will not be too long. I'm going to be sharing with you soon on this channel some jobs, like things you can do as a student that can fetch you like your pocket money, fetch you some cool cash for upkeep and all that. Do well to subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do that, so you do not miss that part of the gist. Click on that bell notification that says all, so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Comment, leave your comment, question, suggestion in the comment section. I will attend to it. Share this video. See you all in my next video. Until then, stay